Welcome back to my channel. Let's start the story. 5 silent signs your body is sleep-deprived. Historical parallel. The potter's life in ancient Mesopotamia. This slow, bedtime-style narrative will begin with a soft welcome. Introduce sleep deprivation. Through gentle language, weave each sleep deprivation sign with a historical lens. The quiet, repetitive life of a potter in ancient Mesopotamia, and with a mellow reflection and soothing outro.
Good evening, you're safe here, and it's time to let the world become quiet. Your eyes are heavy. Perhaps not from the day itself, but from the days before, the ones when sleep didn't quite come on time. Ones when your body whispered for rest, but you stayed up just a little longer tonight. You'll learn about those quiet whispers, the ones your body gives when it needs more sleep, not loud alarms or sudden crashes, but small, almost invisible signs, 5 silent signals each, as soft as a grain of sand falling into a jar. To understand these signs, we'll take a quiet walk into the past, to a place where time moved slowly, to the calm lands of ancient Mesopotamia. Here, we'll meet the potter, one who shaped vessels from clay, day after slow day, in a life without hurry, a life without bright screens or ticking clocks. And through this journey, you'll see how your own body, like the potter's hands, works patiently until it needs stillness. Historical overview. The potter's world in ancient Mesopotamia. The sun rises slowly over the river plain in the distance. Reeds sway beside the Tigris. A soft breeze carries the scent of wet earth. It is the early morning in ancient Mesopotamia, 4,000 years ago. Here, in a village not far from the river, potter wakes note to the sound of an alarm bed, to the rhythm of the sun, and the quiet routines of the day. He sits for a moment, eyes still closed, listening to the stillness. There is no urgency, there is no rush, only time stretched gently across the morning. His days are shaped by the clay. As much as his hands shape the clay itself, he works not with loud machines, but with his body and his breath. There are no flashing signs when he is tired, no glowing numbers, only the slow language of limbs, the dull ache of repetition, the heaviness behind the eyes. Sleep is sacred here. Rest is not scheduled. It's simply return. The body has completed its gentle cycle. But even in this quiet world, fatigue can enter silently. Sometimes he sleeps less. The cause of a long fire, or a late trade in the market, and the signs begin to shone, not loudly, but softly. Just like in our world tonight, we listen for these silent signs. We do not resist them. We do not fear them. We only observe them through the eyes of the potter, through the hands that shape, and through the body that rests when allowed. Now, let's begin with the first sign. Sign 1: subtle coordination lost. The potter steps into his workshop. It is cool inside. Shadows stretch long across the floor. His clay sits wrapped in damp cloth, soft and waiting. He begins to knead it. The motions are familiar: push, fold, turn, fold again. But today, his fingers feel just a little off. Not wrong, just slightly unaligned. When he lifts a lump to place on the wheel, it slips. Not enough to break, just enough to make him pause. This is the first sign. Silent shift in coordination. A loss not of strength, but of accuracy. In modern times, it may feel like stumbling over words, dropping keys, or brushing the edge of a doorway. Tiny missteps, barely noticed, but they come when sleep begins to fade from our routine. The potter continuously correcting his movements, but the wheel does not forget. Each rotation now asks for more attention. His hands, once automatic, must now be guided. Coordination, like clay, needs rest to stay supple. We move slowly toward the second sign, to hunger without satisfaction. Later that morning, the potter takes a break. He opens a small cloth pouch. Inside are figs, a bit of barley bread, and dried dates. He eats quietly, sitting on a flat stone, but today is not satisfied. He reaches for more dates. Even though he's eaten enough, his body feels an emptiness, that food cannot fill. This is the second sign. The body, low on sleep, confuses signals. Hunger is heightened. Cravings appear especially for sweetness of all. When the body has no true need, the potter doesn't know why, but he feels it. A gentle ache in the belly, a search for something sleep, hunger or tide. Both rise from the same rhythm, and when one is disturbed, the other speaks louder in our time. This may show as late-night snacks, unexplained cravings, or constant grazing. But for the potter, it is just a quiet urge, a feeling that something is missing. He returns to his wheel. Still hungry boat, unsure for what. Let us drift now toward the third sign.